My name is Matt. I'm an honest, hardworking individual just like you. I'm ambitious, I'm successful, but I've always felt like there was another level that I just wasn't getting to. It was almost as if there was some type of secret to success that the guys on top knew about, but never actually talked about. I knew that if I wanted to get to that next level, I had to figure out what that was. And then I found the secret, and now I can get whatever I want. Everything changed when my mentor recommended that I start taking Gaywnobs. Yes, Gaywnobs.
Ask your mentor if Gaywnobs is right for you. Gaywnobs is not for everyone, and side effects may include having more money than you know what to do with, turning into an actual superhero, working in the career of your dreams, discovering that unicorns are actually real, finding that special someone, believing in the one and only true God, eliminating fear of failure and rejection completely, getting that one bully from high school to wish he were you, having your kids obey your every command and looking up to you instead of constantly defying you, telling your boss that you don't need him anymore and he'll need to start taking his daddy issues out on someone else. You should not take Gaywnobs if you're a total gold digger and trying to become pregnant, planning a bank robbery or evil scheme, trying to start a meth lab, or anything else that people would consider manipulative or evil. Ask your doctor if Gaywnobs is right for you, even though he probably won't know what the you're talking about. More information on Gaywnobs can be found at leopardpill.com. Gaywnobs contains no sorcery, and you should ask your doctor before taking any drug containing any sorcery of any kind, except for weed. Weed is totally cool. Gaywnobs, the W is silent, which is short for get anything you want, no BS. And now a word from the Gaywnobs creator, Nathan Jurowitz.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Nathan Jurowitz here. I'm going to start off this video by giving you some bad news and good news about the highly anticipated new pill, Gaywnobs. The W is silent, by the way. I'll give you the bad news first. Gaywnobs will not be able to be released in prescription pill form. Aww. Yeah, I know. We do have plans to possibly release a placebo version of the same pill later on this year. We're still testing 6 different types of sugar. But unfortunately, we could not get FDA approval on the prescription strength version of the drug due mostly to the fact that the side effects occurred in too high a percentage of the test subjects, and as a result, way too many people were getting exactly what they wanted. Seriously, no BS. It was also concluded that Gaywnobs is highly addictive beyond normal FDA standards. What's even worse is that the test subjects wouldn't stop taking the drug and would participate in abnormal and or unconventional behavior and activities such as telling their boss to shove it, quitting their job, and successfully pursuing the career of their dreams that they were too afraid to even try. The good news is, because I'm a rebel, I'm still going to release it anyways and give it away for free by releasing it in webinar form instead of pill form. Yeah, our legal department found a loophole. The FDA only regulates drugs taken either orally, anally, or by injection, but they can't touch webinar trainings. I don't know how much longer I'll be able to do this though, because you never know. If they start regulating webinar trainings, I'm pretty much screwed. Anyways, I'm holding a mildly offensive yet highly addictive webinar training with no BS and no foul language on how to literally get anything you want. So many of my family members, friends, and coaching students have asked me in the past, Nathan, how did you accomplish blank when everyone else usually fails? I'm not going to sit here and boast about the past accomplishments that I've had in business, real estate, internet marketing, or the ability to pull off ethical Jedi mind tricks on certain people, even though it helped fuel my insecurities, because I don't need to. The leopard print hair more than takes care of my insecurity issues because of the attention that I get from you, which I crave. It's not because I'm so confident that I can accomplish anything I set my mind to in a world that mostly judges me for my appearance. It's actually not true. It's actually a birthmark, and I'm real sensitive about it. Anyways, in the past, I wasn't able to really teach people step by step how to get anything they wanted, no matter what they were, because there were things I was doing that I didn't realize I was doing. This didn't come naturally to me either. I wasn't born with super communication skills. I was picked on in junior high, forced to homeschool, didn't have a lot of friends, and didn't kiss my first girl till I was 22 years old. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I accidentally learned this information after communicating, network, and failing in the real world over the past 10 years. I don't have a fancy degree and couldn't afford to go to college. Instead, I spent an estimated 10,000 hours at the School of Hard Knocks perfecting this method that I didn't even realize I was doing by failing over and over again. And now I know how to teach it. See, it's simple. You get to cheat. Because I already spent so much time figuring out what not to do, it leaves fewer options of what you should do to get anything you want, no BS, step by step. It's science. Let me show you what I mean. We've got the good all boys, the Good Old Boys Club. I'm sure you've heard of this term before, I'm sure. If you've ever been thinking that there was a good old boys club conspiracy and that life wasn't exactly fair, well, you were right to think that because it's absolutely true. And I'm not just talking about old white Republicans either. This is happening everywhere. Let me show you what I mean. Now, this right here, this little guy, this represents you. And then this over here, we'll just make this a little star. This represents what you want. And these guys over here represent the people that can either make what you want happen or smash your dreams into smithereens, aka one of the good old boys. I'll give you a few examples. Let's use real estate as an example because it's an industry that I'm familiar with. Part of my background in the past is teaching people and selling programs, courses, and software on how to make money in real estate or how to flip houses. The thing that I've noticed over the years is the people killing it in real estate are not necessarily people that buy the program, sign up for seminars, or have the most knowledge about real estate. It's the people that get in with the real estate agents. They get in with the investors in the target area and get in with lenders and other money partners, etc. Let's use another example, say, make money on the internet. Very much the same thing. It's not the people that can figure out how to build a website or are a tech nerd. It's the people who get in and partner with the people that know how to do most of the tech stuff. People that understand how to manage all of their traffic, and most importantly, people that can create content and or manage their products or services. Let's talk about an example in the normal people world. And when I say that, I mean people that don't hang out in seminars or follow people like me. Not everyone is as cool as you. Guy does what society tells him to do in life. Goes to college and gets his 4-year BS degree, or something equivalent. He gets the piece of paper, and what's he supposed to do next? Well, start sending out resumes, of course. So he goes to the unemployment section in the paper, or maybe an online job hunting website, puts together his resume, and faxes it to 20 different companies. Nobody calls him back, except for one company. Turns out he knows a guy at that company that put in a good word. He goes in for an interview, things go really well. He used all the proper job interview etiquette that he read in some book, and they say, thanks for coming in, we'll call you back. He's getting excited. He calls the company back the next week to follow up, and the receptionist tells him, sorry, the position's been filled. What the heck? I did everything I was supposed to do. He then finds out from the mutual friend that works at the company, the guy that stole his position, wasn't even a college graduate, and sucks at his job, but his daddy plays golf with the owner of the company. And this is how life works. It's not fair. It's not always what you know, it's who you know. Life is a good old boys club. And there are good old boys clubs everywhere. Just look at fraternities, small local groups for local businesses, the mafia, network marketing companies, religion, social media sites. In case you didn't know, Facebook started out exclusively only for people that went to Harvard. Political parties, private golf clubs. Just look at one of the most prestigious golf clubs in the world, Augusta National. It's by invite only. You can't even apply. They wouldn't even let Michael Jordan in. This even applies to relationships. You're looking for that special someone? Well, if you were to ask most modern day happily married couples today how they met, in a lot of cases you'll get the answer, we met through a mutual friend. You think Hollywood's any different? I can tell you the most talented actors in the world in most cases are not the most successful or the most famous. It's the ones that know a guy that can land them the part of their dreams. Yes, you have to have the stuff, the talent and knowledge to actually act and not completely suck on camera, but that's only part of it. Why does Leonardo DiCaprio always seem to get roles in Martin Scorsese films? It's because he knows a guy. Why does Harrison Ford end up in all of George Lucas's biggest films? It's because he knows a guy. It's all about who you know. I could show you other countless examples, but Hollywood is one giant good old boys club. If you think having acting talent, moving to LA, and showing up for just regular casting calls and auditions is going to be enough to make it big, it's probably not going to happen. It's all about who you know. So why aren't you in the club? Well, it's complicated, but the good news is I can help you. I'm not going to get all weird or motivational on you by telling you how to work on yourself. All I'm saying is that there are 7 things that you must be aware of that can either get you in the club or keep you out of it. It's impossible for you to be perfect at all 7 things because some of them actually conflict with each other. Just learn them and then focus the ones that you have the potential to be good at and stop doing ones that you totally suck at. But don't worry about working on yourself. Now I'm going to reveal to you what these 7 things are and break them down in detail on an online webinar training class that I'll be holding over the next few days. I'll then show you step by step exactly how you can apply these 7 things to infiltrate any good old boys network so that you can get whatever it is that your heart desires. I realize that's a big promise that I'm making. I'm literally going to break down step by step exactly what you have to do to get anything you want. Seriously, no BS. So that's why, just to prove that I know what I'm talking about, I'm going to give you instant access to my special report where I break down one of the 7 things in detail. I call it the real life cheat code. If you read the report and you don't think my stuff is any good, then you won't have to give me any more of your time. So here's what we're going to do next. There should be a link below this video that you can click on to be redirected to the registration page where you can select a date and time that is convenient for you. And then once you register, I'm going to give you instant access to my special report, the real life cheat code. Here's what else you'll be discovering when you attend my free online training. The truth about how 90% of the information being sold to you on how to get money, get fit, find that special someone, or any type of success is actually mostly BS, and why. My step-by-step formula on how to use the 7 things to infiltrate any good old boys network in the world so you can strategically get whatever you want. I'm going to explain why the W is silent. And I'm even going to cover how you can buy your way into the good old boys club of your choice by breaking down a simple tactic that I've used that works every time, 75% of the time. This is not the raw motivational type webinar or a feel-good webinar that is just going to tell you to think positive thoughts or show any magical lifestyle pictures about how cool I think I am. This training is raw, uncensored, even borderline offensive and politically incorrect to some that you can use in today's competitive economic environment. Some people will even be thinking, I can't believe he just said that. As soon as you register, my system will email you the details, plus I'll send you some reminders. This is the stuff that every successful person knows, but usually doesn't realize is actually happening when achieving anything significant. With that being said, this isn't for everyone. There will be a lot of tough truths for people to swallow that for some would rather remain ignorant of. So if you think you fall into the category of having the ignorance is bliss mindset, then you might want to skip this one. And I really mean that. I realize I'm not everyone's cup of tea. I don't know everything, but anyone that knows me personally would tell you that I'm a no BS kind of guy, and I call things like I see them, which is exactly what I intend to do on this webinar training. So click the button below, register now, and I'll see you on the training.